Today I gonna teach you about list. Okay. Generally, can anyone tell what is list? Okay then. Generally, a list in Python is used to store the sequence of the variable various types of data. Okay. And yeah, here you can clearly see that it is a general purpose, most widely used in data structures. Lists are mostly used in data structures, guys. Okay. And the next thing is by I mean lists are mutable. I mean it's mutable means we can change. Okay. It's not like strings. Like strings are immutable, right? Means we can't change, we can't modify the data, we can't add or I mean we can't insert, we can't delete elements in list, but we can do all those things in lists because lists are mutable. And a list can be defined as a class collection of values or items of a different type. Okay. And the items in the lists are separated with the comma, and it's started and enclosed with the square brackets. Let me print how a list looks like. See, list equals to 1 through generally a. Let me print list. Okay. See, this is how a list looks like. Okay. And let me print the type of. See, here we got the output, that is it's a list. Okay. So we can declare that this particular sequence of element, it's a list. This is all about lists. And coming to the characteristics of list, and the first thing is it is ordered. Okay. Let me give an example so that you can understand what is ordered means. See, let me create another list, that is 1 comma 2 comma. Sorry. See, see here, we got the output is false because list 1 having elements, that is 1 2 a and b. Even though list 2 also 1 2 b a, but it is not ordered. Okay. So that's why we got the output, that is false. Means both the lists have consisted of the same elements, but not the second, but the second list changed the index positions, like a and b. Okay. So that's why we got the output, that is false. This is that's why we are saying that lists are ordered. And let me give some more examples for list. Let me give an example, that is something what. Okay, employee data. Employee is one is the. And coming to, sorry, a is 20. Coming to location, Pisa. If you want to print, let me print just that. See, here I'm just printing simply employee list. Even you can print like name is Vanessa, age is 20. I mean, location is Visa. You can print in such a way also using, I already explained that is percentile S, percentile D, and percentile F. Generally, percentile S stands for strings, percentile D for integers, and percentile F for floats. So in that way you can also print lists also. So you just try it yourself so that you can understand it better. Okay. This is all your this is your today's assignment. And the next concept is list indexing. Generally in strings, I mean, indexing is starts from the zero. In lists also, index is starts from zero and goes to the length minus one. Okay. The first element of the list is stored at the zeroth index, and the second element of the list is stored at the first index, and so on. Let me print out. Here I'm giving list 1 2 3 4 5. I'm just printing first index value. Next, I just want to print second element. See, we got the output that is 1 2 3, means zeroth indexing means 1, first indexing means 2, and second indexing means 3. Okay, this is all about the indexing. And coming to the slicing, if at all I want to print sub elements, if at all I want to print multiple elements, then there we can using slicing. Okay, here I just want to print the complete list, so that's why I'm just printing. Let me comment this. See, I got the output that is 1 2 3 4 5, means from index 0 to last element. Okay. This is all about slicing. Let me give another example. Here, now I want to print from index 2 to 3. Index 2 to 3. Tell me, guys, what is the output here for this part? This one. Come on, guys. What is the output?
3 4
3.
3 4. No.
3 only.
Only 3. Yes. I already told that. One second. Okay. I already told that last index is exclusive. Okay. Means 2. Here, let me see. 2 to 3 means 2 and 3, but the last index position is not considered. So we got the output that is second index value, that is 3 only. Let me give another example so that you can understand better. Now guess what is the output here? 1 2 3. 2. Come on, guys. What is the output for this particular? I mean, 1 2 3.
2 3.
2 2 3.
2
Yes.
3.
Yes. Yes, Anjali. Yes. Yeah, you got the concept right. Everything is clear. Please
Yes,
comment
ma'am.
in chat box. Yes, okay, Anjali. Okay. See, we got the output that is 2 and 3. Okay. This is all about the slicing. Okay. And And I mean, unlike other programming languages, that is C and something what Python provides the flexibility to use the negative indexing also, like we use this negative indexing in strings also, right? So I mean, that case is also applicable in lists also. Means the negative I mean, and the negative indices are counted from the right, I means the last element, rightmost. Okay, rightmost element of the list has the index -1. Means here 5 minus 1, 4 minus 2, 3 minus, I mean 5 minus 1, 4 minus 2, 3 minus 3, 2 minus 4, like that, so on. Let me print, so that let me give an example. Here I just want to print list of -1, and I just want to print list of -2, -4. See, we got the output, that is 4, I mean 5, 4, 3, means 5 means -1, 4 means -2, -4 means -1, -2, -3, -4. Here -4 means what? 2 now. So we got the output, that is 2. Okay, this is all about negative indexing. Um, and even we can perform slicing also. Let me give an example. Here I just want to print -1 to -4. Once again. Oh, one second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
-4 to -1. Okay. See, we got the output, that is 2, 3, and 4. Means -4 means what here? 2 na. I mean, sorry, 2, right? So 2 to -4 means 2, 3, and 4. So we got the output perfectly. This is all about negative indexing and slicing. um Now I just want to perform some operations in list, like lists are, I already said that lists are mutable, so that we can perform any operations, that is inserting elements, deletion, updating values, and we can perform some other operations also, printing maximum element, minimum element, length, we can find the length of that particular list. We can perform all those operations, because lists are mutable. Okay, the first thing is updating list values. Okay guys, and let me delete all this. Okay, sorry, let me delete all this. Generally, lists are the most versatile. I already said that lists are most widely used in the data structures, because these are mutable. Okay, and their values can be updated by using the slice and assignment operator. And Python, okay, let me update values using slice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I just want to update 1 and 2, 1 and 3. Okay, well, 6 and 7. Let me print my list. See, we got the output, that is 1, 6, 1, 6, 7, and 4. Because instead of, I mean, here I am removing what is this 2 and 3, and I am replacing these 6 and 7 elements. So we got the final list, that is 1, 6, 7, and 4. In this way we can update element in the list. And the next thing in the next concept is inserting. Okay, generally in lists, okay, let me delete. Okay, Actually, there are three methods, guys, for inserting an element in list. That is, first one is insert method, and the next one is append method, and the next one is extend method. First one is insert, means it is generally used to insert an element at any location. See, you can understand. Let me give you an example. That is, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm using insert method. You can insert any I mean, you can insert an element at any position. Like if you want to insert an element at the second index, then you can insert using insert method. Okay. So, see, we got the, that is in zeroth index value. I am inserting a value that is 2, so that's why we got the list that is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is how we can this is how we use the insert method. And the next one is what is that, append method. This dot append of 33. I just want to append. Let me print this list. See, this 33 is inserted at the end, means use, if you use the append method, then that particular element will be inserted at the last. So see, you can clearly see that this particular element is inserted at the last index position. This is all about the insert and append method. And the next method is extend method. Extend method is a different kind. Let me give an example. See, here we are taking two lists. One list, first list containing values 1, 2, 3, and the next list containing values 4, 5, 6. Whatever. Now I just want to extend method is a it's like concatenation. Like we are just combining both lists. Okay, list 1 dot extend of list 2. Let me print. I'm sorry. Let me print list 1. See, we got the output that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, means both the elements are combined. Okay. This is how extend method works. This is all about inserting values in list. And now, okay, we perfectly inserted all the elements. Now I want to delete. Okay. For deletion also there are some methods, that is pop method, delete method and remove method. Let me explain what. Okay, the first one is pop method. Okay, generally for using pop method we need to provide an index of elements to parameter. Like if you want to delete that particular, like if you want to pop that particular element, then you have to give that particular element index. Okay, let me give an example. I'm sorry, every time I'm deleting list. Okay, this I want to delete this index. 1 second, guys.
Pramila, please mute yourself.
Am I clear now?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, let me print my list. See, I got the output that is 1, 2, and 4 only. The element 3 is removed because the element 3 means what? Index 2. So here I am removing that element now. So I got the output that is 1, 2, 4. Now it's your turn. 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 8. Now tell me, guys, what is the output here? I think so. My screen is visible to everyone. Just guess.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the output? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 6, 7, 9. Yes. Mm. Yeah. See, this is all about pop method, and the next one is the delete method. Okay. In one thing. Now guess what is the output here?
Empty list.
No.
1 to 9 full.
No. Let me see. See, we got the output that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7. The ninth element, I mean, the last index position element is deleted. Because if you are using pop, means if we call the pop method without providing an index, then it will delete the last element. Okay. Okay. So that's,
Okay, ma'am.
yeah. So that's why here last element is deleted. Yes. This is all about pop method. And the next method is delete method. Let me comment this. Okay. Generally, this delete method also works based on the index, guys. Okay. If you want to delete list of -2, that's it. See, we got the output that is 1, 2, 4, up to 7. Here, the second index position element 3. 3 is removed. 3 is deleted successfully. This is all about delete method, and the final one is remove method. For remove method is I mean completely different from the pop method and delete method, because here we're just providing in a value, means we don't provide any index, like pop method and delete method. Like if you see here, the list is containing some what I mean 1, 2, 3, up to 9 elements. If you want to delete that particular element 6, then you can delete this element particularly. You don't need to give index or anything else. Okay. Let me, if you I just want to remove 6 element, print list. See, the element 6 is perfectly removed. This is all about the list method. Yeah, this is all about pop and delete and remove method. Okay. And next, okay, let me delete all this. And the next concept is searching. See, in Python, means in list we can search an element in list by two methods. First one is using in operator, and the second one is linear search. Let me explain what is in operator. The first thing is in operator. Okay, let me give a list that is 1, 2, okay, sorry, 3 and 4, 5. I just want to search one, I mean, element 2 is presented in that particular list or not. Here I am using in operator to search that element. Okay. If to in list, then I just want to print that particular a list, I mean index value, index of, oh sorry, index of 2, sorry, let me print. See, we got the output that is 1 because second element, I mean 2 element is presented at the index 1. So we got the output that is 2. This is all about the in operator. And the next one is linear search. Okay. Let me delete all this. Generally linear search, generally we can search an element using for loop here. This is, let me write code first. I will explain it later. For I in list, if I just want to give you an element that is value, I mean searching value that is 6, okay, whatever, 5. If I double equals to value, then print element present. See, we got the output that is element present. Let me because here I am giving, I mean here I gave just one list that is 1 2 3 4 5, and I just want to search an element that is 5, and here I am iterating, like iterating the list. See, first one of at first I is taking 1. If 1 is double equals to 5, then it will print element is present. No, right? So it again went to for loop. Here now I 2, okay, now not equals to. Now I 3, and so on. Okay, I 5. Now 5 double equals to value. What is 5? Okay, 5 double equals to 5. Then it just print that element is present. This is all about the linear search. Let me print another. See, here it doesn't print. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. See, we got the output that is no such element. After iterating all the list, I mean after completion of for loop, then it came to the else, then it is printing that no such element. 6 is not present in this list, right? So we got the output that is no such, no such element. This is all about the searching. Generally searching is generally we can search an element by using by using two methods. One is in operator and the next one is linear search, means for loops. I think everything, I hope everything is clear till now. And now I just want to explain some Python list operations. Okay, in strings I have explained some string operations, that is concatenation, repetition. Okay, in list also there are some operations, that is repetition, concatenation, membership, iteration, length, etc. Let me explain what are all these. Sorry. The first operator is repetition, means the repetition operator enables the list elements to be repeated multiple times. I have already explained in strings what is repetition. Why does, I mean how did repetition operator works. It's okay. Let me explain again. Star 2. Here we are using operator star. See, we got the output that is 1 2 3 4, and again 1 2 3 4. If at all I print here 4 times, then See, the list will here the list is printed 4 times: 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. This is all about the repetition. And next one, coming to the concatenation, it's also like extend, but we are using we are not using extend method. Here we are using plus operator. Let me give an example. Let me take another list, that is 1 comma 2 3. I just want to perform concatenation for these two lists. List 1 plus list 2. See, we got the output, that is 1 2 3 4, the list 1, and 1 2 3 list 2. This is all about the concatenation. And coming to next operator, that is membership operators. Generally, I have already explained, that is in operator. Both are same. Means it returns true. I mean, it returns true if a particular element exists in a particular list. Otherwise, false. Whatever. Let me give an example. Let me comment this. I just want to print to what a 9 in list. See, we got the output, that is false, because 9 is not presented in the list 2. Okay. This is all about the membership operator. And the next one is iteration. It's like a for loop. Here we are using for loop. Generally, the for loop is used to iterate over the list of the elements. Let me give an example. Like for I in, sorry, I just want to print that. See, we got all the values, that is 1 2 okay, 1 2 3 4. I just want to print all this element in horizontal way. Okay. See, we got all the values, that is 1 2 3 4. This is all about the iteration. And now I just want to explain you guys some functions. Okay, generally there are four functions. One is length function, max, min, and sum. Let me give an example. Generally, this length method is generally used to get the length of the list. If at all you want to find, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 comma 6. If you want to find the length of this particular list, then you can use the length method to get the length of that list. Print, here we are using length. See, we got the output, that is 6. Like here 6 elements are presented, right? So we got output, that is 6. This is all about the length method. And the next one is max. Generally, it returns the item with the highest value in the list. Now tell me, guys, if at all I perform max method to this particular list, then what is the output here? Then what will be the output? Guys, come on. If at all I perform max operation, generally it returns the highest value. Max operation. These are all small questions. Okay. See, we got the output, that is 6. And the next one is, I just want to perform, and the next one is min operation, that is it returns the item with the minimum value. Okay. And the next, okay, let me, okay, see, we got the output, that is 1, because 1 is the smallest element in the list. Okay. And the next one is sum. Generally, it returns sum of all elements, all items or all elements in the list. I just want to print the sum of this. See, we got the output that is 21. Okay, this is all about the list of functions. And now I just want to give some more examples, like, so that you can understand list better. Let me give two examples. Okay, let me delete all this. Here I just want to write two programs, so that's why you can understand list better. And after that I will give some examples. You please do practice them. The first thing is remove all duplicates. Okay, here I'm just 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. And next I'm assigning an empty list, that is list 2. And now for here I'm using for loop for I in list. If I okay, if I not in list 2, I just want to append list 2, right? List 2 dot append of I. And finally I want to print that list. Okay, see here. Okay, let me print so that you can understand better. See, we got the output that is 1 2 3 and 4. Here I am removing all the duplicate elements, that is here 2 is presented 2 times, but here I printed 1 time, and 3 also 2 times, and 1 also 2 times, and 4 also 2 times. Here means I am removing all the duplicate elements. Let me give an example. Let me give explanation for this program. Here see, for I in list means for first element one in list, and that particular, if I not in list means one is not in list 2. List 2 is empty list, right? So one generally one is not presented in list 2. So I am appending that I am appending one to the list 2, and after that it again goes to for loop. And the next element is 2. 2 is not in list 2. Okay, here list 2 having elements that is only 1, so 2 is not in the list 2. So that's why I am just appending that element to the list 2. Okay, means here in list now list 2 having elements that is 1 and 2. And again and again it goes to for loop. And here I3, 3 is not in the list 2. Okay, see, 3 is appended in list 2. So now list 2 means, okay, list 2 equals to 1 2 and 3. Now coming, now here and now this one is coming back to the first loop, for loop. Now I is 4. 4 is not in the list 2, right? So here I'm just adding 4. Okay, now it again go back to for loop. Now 1. See, after that this now after that it will come to here. See, one is not in list 2, but one is not in list 2, but here one is presented in the list, right? Okay, so okay, it will not added. Okay, and again it goes to for loop. Again 2 is already presented. Okay, it will terminate. And after that 3 is also already presented, it will terminate. Means if that particular element is not presented in the list 2, then only it will append that element to the list. Let me see. After 4 5 is not in the list 2, because list 2 having elements that is 1 2 3 4. And here I'm appending value that is 5. Okay, after completion of list 2, and finally I am printing the after completion of the list, here I am finally printing the list 2. See, now we got the output that is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, this is all about removing the duplicate elements from the list. Here we are just using for loop. Okay, I hope everything is clear till now. And next one is I just want to add. I just want to sum all the elements in the list using some method. Also, you can you can perform. You can add all the list elements. But here I'm using for loop. Let me delete all this. Okay, whatever. Let me delete all this. See, here I have list that is 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 5. I just want to add all the elements using some guys listen, using some method also you can you will get this sum. But here I'm using a, but here we have another method that is for loop. Using for loop also we will get the output. Let me sum equals to 0 for I in list. I just want to sum equals to sum plus I. And finally, okay, sorry. And finally, I want to print the sum. See, yeah, I got the output that is 25. 4, 3, 2, 1, 10. 4, 3, 2, 1, 10. 10 plus 10 and 5, 25. See, first, initially, I am taking sum as 0. And next, I am iterating the list. That is, first of all, here I having, I is containing element 1. And after that, sum equals to sum plus I. Means, initially, sum is storing 0, right? Means 0 plus 1. Here, sum. So here sum means 0 plus 1 means 1. And after for loop. And again here after for loop means 2. 2 and after that it will come back to sum equals to sum plus I. Means 1 plus 2 means 3. Sorry, 3. Again, this is what happening. Again, it will go back to for loop. And after that sum. This is... and finally I am printing the output that is sum. So we got the output that is 25. See, this is all about printing sum. Okay, I hope everything is clear till now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. I hope everything is clear till now. And within 10 to 7 to 10 days I will try to complete this Python part, so that after that I will start Django after that I will start web development with Python. I hope everyone is familiar with the HTML and CSS. Yeah, ma. Okay. Okay. No. Okay then. No. Okay then. I will explain that HTML and CSS also. Okay. Generally, for web development with Python, HTML is familiar, ma'am, but CSS is not. But not to CSS. Okay. No problem. I will explain everything. Okay. After Python, I will explain HTML, and after that CSS, JavaScript, and after that I will start Django. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. You can leave. Santoshi ma'am, one second, guys. Ma'am, can you repeat what the? I will post it in
Yeah.
WhatsApp or Google Classroom. Okay, guys, you can leave now.
Archita ma'am. Archita ma'am, are you here? Archita ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, turn off the recording.
What?
Ma'am, recording. Turn off the recording of the class.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. You can leave now.